price you charge is not a statement about your product. It's a statement about how well you understand your customer. Businesses mostly never figure that out. They price on what it costs them. Or they price on what competitors charge, and they wonder why margin stays thin and growth stays hard. There are 3 pricing boards. Most businesses never leave the first 2. Not because they don't know the third exists, because they've never understood why the board was built the way it was in the first place. When you can't see value, you read the price. Every market has the same fundamental problem. A buyer walks into a decision without complete information. They don't know exactly what they're getting. They can't measure quality before purchase. They can't calculate outcome before delivery. So they use signals. Every available signal: packaging, reputation, reviews, brand, and price. Price is not just one signal among many. Price is the signal the market built its entire logic around. Not because someone designed it that way, because millions of transactions across decades, across industries, converged on the same answer. That's the board, that's why it exists. And once you understand that, the 3 worlds start to make sense. The treadmill that never ends. This is where everyone starts. You calculate what it costs to build something. Materials, labor, overhead. You add a margin, that becomes your price. Wood costs $40, labor $30, overhead $20, total $90. Add 30%, price is $117. The math is clean. The logic is simple, and it has one fundamental problem. Your margin is permanently capped by your costs. The only way to make more is to cut costs or sell more volume. You are running on a treadmill that never ends. And the deeper problem, you assume the customer cares what it costs you to produce. They don't. What it costs you to build something is completely invisible to the market. The board doesn't care about your costs. It never did. Strategy, that's actually dependency. So you look outward. You research competitors. You find what they charge. You position yourself relatively to them. Slightly lower to win on price, slightly higher to signal quality. A SaaS company launches a project management tool. Asana charges $10 per user. Notion charges $8. They price at $9, right in the middle. Feels strategic, but something just happened that most founders don't notice. They handed control of their prices into somebody else's boardroom. Every time a competitor discounts, the pressure lands on them. Every time the market shifts, they shift with it. And the deeper problem, competitive pricing assumes all products in a category are essentially the same, that the only real differentiator is price. The moment you accept that assumption, you're in a race to the bottom, and someone will always be willing to go lower. Board 2 looks like strategy. It's dependency. Where price comparison becomes irrelevant. This board starts with a completely different question. Not what does it cost me? Not what do they charge? What is this worth to the person buying it? McKinsey sends a team to a Fortune 500 company for 3 months. The engagement cost the client $3 million. The team's salaries for that period may be $400,000. By cost plus logic, the price should be $600,000 maximum. McKinsey doesn't price on cost. They price on outcome. If their strategy generates $200 million in new revenue, $3 million is the cheapest thing that client bought all year. A patent lawyer charges $800 an hour, not because his time costs $800 an hour to produce, because the deal he protects might be worth $50 million. His price is a fraction of the outcome. On this board, your costs and your competitors become irrelevant to pricing. The only variable that matters is the distance between what you charge and what the customer gains. The companies that operate here don't compete on price. They make price comparison irrelevant. What your price says about you. 3 boards. Most businesses default to 1 or 2, not as a strategy, but because no one ever showed them the board existed. What board is your business playing on right now? And is it a choice or just a default? You already knew, didn't you? See you on the next one.